All right, there we go.
Medical report T.
Skip. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Look out! It's gonna kill you!
You obviously did not see this, but I had a pretty bad accident in the last video. I can't really say mistakes were made. Lessons were learned. I can say that.
This is Warden Garcia. We've located a major security breach. All prisoners stay in their cells. The bodyguards have been deployed.
So, in the last video that I recorded, I attempted to use a new spot to the glitch in scrap, and it was much faster. However, at one point, I believe I was moving so quickly that the scrap didn't have a physical place to manifest. So essentially, I lost like 120,000 scrap because the game simply didn't know where my last physical location was.
Fresh meat!
So I'm not really sure what to say. It was a much better spot. Probably a third shorter. Oh wow. I hit him in the arm and it didn't kill him.
You! Please, you gotta let me out. I'm not a criminal. Just an average Joe.
So while it was so much faster to get my tech scrap.
Can anyone hear me?
Thought of losing potentially millions.
The creature has made its way to the maximum security
There we go.
ward.
Dozens
of prisoners have escaped from their cells.
I'm glad it happened that way because I was gonna go for $1.5 million. So imagine losing anywhere over $1 million like that.
Think you can mess with me? Till you're dead. Like those damn cops.
Hit the glitch. You gotta wait for his health bar. That's what it is. Looks like though if you glitch, if you get an opportunity to do it again though. Does she have a mole on her back? How realistic?
Rig installation in
Not
progress.
that everybody has a mole there. They could have just made her skin smooth, but they decided to put a mole. What, that right below the scapula? Somewhere in there?
Rig installation complete.
So I think I figured out the problem I was having.
Have descended all over town.
Have a nice day, officer.
I was under the impression that as you acquired new weapons, you would acquire higher and higher level weapons.
Plague known as DFRAG. Government forces have been working around the clock to evacuate one district after another.
I did not realize that you had to have
Please get me out.
said better
You
weapon
can open the
equipped.
door with a rig. Shit. Thank you. I was beginning to lose hope.
I'd love... I'll come to the evac camp.
Yes, okay, so that's all I have to say to him. I wanted to test that there. Huh. I missed that. We're gonna grab an audio log real quick and then jump past those two people. All they have is bricks. We'll use these audio logs later to trade with a vending machine who can talk. Okay. We're gonna go on ahead. So my new idea is instead of like trying to level up weapons and get like better ones.
Nobody gets out on my watch. Stay back.
I'm going to just level up this one, or I may just go straight for Tomahawk.
God, what is it? It's coming right at us.
Upgrade him.
Are you basic maneuvers? Take evasive maneuvers!
Which will probably
Shit!
be level 1. So I could run straight there and just get it. And if I'm still using this by that point, it will be level 1. Well, yeah, no, this is level 0. I'm gonna get better at that. Not too bad.
Attention all prisoners. This facility is under attack. Your safety cannot be guaranteed.
Get it?
You're gonna regret this.
This is like technically the only person who knows for a long time that we're working with him. We don't even know we're working with him. Oh, no way. Here we go. Got our points back. Oh. No, that one actually got me. No way. Nice stagger. Okay. Only took one shot that time. Alright, just keep going left and good. Shoot. Left. No, get back here. Alright, we're gonna jump up.
Excuse me, can I get my toy, please? Oh, right. Sorry. Can you hear me? Go to Fort
Grab
Nixon.
the Omni
Find
cells.
the plane.
Grab the Omni cells. Grab the Omni cells. Those are for our newly acquired drone. The drone is super helpful at the beginning of the game and the middle of the game because at the beginning of the game it's just really overpowered. However, at the middle
Hello?
of the game,
Can you hear me? Well
yeah, let me
done.
finish.
The lift should work again.
In the middle of the game, you can use the drone to break weapon and armor parts, and then finish them off with your weapon for like the dismember, so you actually unlock them. But that way you don't actually have to worry about like, oh, I did too much damage, I'm not going to be able to get a hit off. But you can shoot them with the drone a couple times, break it ahead of time, and then go in. A lot of the time you can break it and then go in for a sliding heavy attack, and that'll give you the break. Like the final break.
Ah, you took the lift after all. At last, we meet in the flesh. There's a fire burning in your... The city is dying. The court is our last safe haven.
I don't think I've ever pulled that off before.
I can see your confusion. You'll be in for... I'd explain... I belong to... We're always on the journey forth.
Hold on.
See that... Brother Eli will
What happens if I
reveal...
just die?
Lost your way. Maybe I can help.
I'm so confused.
Didn't strike first. There aren't a lot. You'll be one of the dead. Where are you? See that? Maybe. Help.
Hold on. Is this possible? Can I die from up here? There's gotta be a way. No? Maybe not? Is there a way to, like, quickly? There is no quick way. Okay, so, never mind. I got that banner from a different save. I had no idea that was a thing. So I guess if you want an easy 5,000, you can do it that way. I'm gonna take that, thank you. Back here. Alright, so that kind of leads me into a point to talk about, I guess. We are basically going to set this all up going to do a duplication glitch with the banner. The banner is the thing you just saw me pick up and get 5,000 points from. To get your 5,000 points, we're going to need the banner. We're going to need to set it down somewhere that people aren't going to find it like we just found that one person's. So that we get the maximum reward of 5,000 points. We lose about 100 points every 1% of people who find one. So I'm just going to kind of run straight towards where the banner's at. And then 1 hour after you set your banner down, you will get your 5,000 points. So I'm actually going to set a timer as we're picking that up. Drop anything? No. Alright, that's too bad. Here, grab that. Dodge that Molotov. Alright, he's gonna come after us most likely, so I'm gonna try to just take them down. Put a free weapon in the process. Yeah, that's still MK0. There's no level next to it. Up at the top. There we go. Nice. Oh my god. He's got a helmet on. We're going to take that from him. Oh, did it go in the water? That's so lame. His head actually just bounced into the water. Okay. We're gonna get another tech log. Make sure you come down here to the right first. Not just for these 2 pieces of scrap. But because there's a door. This door doesn't always come into play. But that one time you need it, it's very annoying when you didn't do it. So we're gonna unlock it. We're gonna come up here. We're gonna grab ourselves the banner drone. Now, this is usually where I set mine, back here. But I've been seeing people use this more often. Maybe because I shared it online. Say, oh shoot. Not what I wanted to do, not what I wanted to do. I'm gonna do this. There we go. I did forget you can't get scrap up here. So essentially, what the glitch is 1 hour from now. I actually forgot to start the timer, that's embarrassing. The banner will reward us with 5,000 tech scrap. Once we receive that 5,000 tech scrap, if we go somewhere with a nearby ledge and fall off said ledge, it will reward us with tech scrap. was as short of a ledge from the spawn point as possible. But I've discovered if you have too short of a ledge, it can actually glitch out and cause problems. So you need somewhere with a long enough ledge that the run solidifies that you spawned on the ground, but short enough that you don't waste time. So I'm not really sure where that line is drawn. But we're gonna try to decide on that. So this is a mission we're gonna have later. You have to spray symbols of the resistance around the map, and that is one of them. Alright. So just took an arm. I want a leg. There's body. It does have a head. I'll take the head. That's a little funny looking. Realize, does it actually pause the game for you? I didn't know that. I should probably take this. Nice hit. Thank you for not following up. Smarter play would have been to trigger that. Then do this fight.
You can run, little girl. You sure as hell can.
Right there. If you get far enough away, it'll just spawn it for you.
Contaminated material detected. Copy that. Safety precautions initiated. Bullseye!
Go back and grab that. And talk to him. That was his drone that just blew up.
Welcome. Just, you'll have to... До свидания, товарищ.
So he's gonna give us a quest to go get the stuff that just fell out of the ground. So you kind of have a choice here to fight these guys or not. They're a bit of a pain. So I'm gonna just try to...
Warning! Warning! Contamination
Made up for the
detected.
other guy. Now my goal is to grab that as fast as possible. Not get shot. He got shot. Nice. That's even better. Alright, very nice. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make any good armor. Let's see. Literally just oh yeah, my scorecard's not high enough. Okay, so I can do something about that, but not at this moment. Actually, I should take an arm. if you're wondering why I'm not playing around that turret, it's because the turret doesn't always lock onto you. Not only does it not always lock onto you, it doesn't always even, like, hit you. It honestly rarely hits you. Come on. Does mana, like, bleed? Essentially, I think it is. Alright, come on. I honestly don't know why I don't use this thing more. Oh, he's unarmed. Or unarmored. That might have killed him. Alright, so it still comes at level 3. Those on the hot bar. You got legs.
Who'd you think you are? Mad Doc Rishbotter? Vamoose?
What are the stats on this? Let's see. Only 45% energy gain? Huh. I feel like it's so much better than that. Alright, so I need this guy's head, I think. Accidentally equipped that. Could have been getting bonuses here. Oh, had bonuses available. Firestarter or head? Firestarter or head? I always like new weapons. Probably won't use it. Okay, so we got those guys taken out. I'm gonna go up here and grab some stuff. There's also a couple enemies to take out. This guy in particular. We're gonna smash his shield there. Wait for him to attack. Nice dodge in. Good hit. Good hit from him. Finish that up quick and easy. Usually when you take the head of the enemy, you actually get like a auxiliary core or something. I'm trying to think of what they're actually called. Auxiliary core is the name of one specifically. I think they're just called cores. Implants. Let's see what we get. We get an implant? Nope. This is another great spot to put your banner. It just takes a little longer to get here, obviously. So this is dangerous. I'm probably going to get messed up doing this. But there's a bunch of these that we can get. Nice. Got him. Get those in suit. Nice. And then we can run. Okay. I forgot to get that after my fight. Nice. Okay. So that robot you just heard on the other side of the fence actually drops a really good implant. It either lowers the cost of sprinting or dodging. I think it's dodging. There's a super difficult enemy right there. This is how you get back to the doctor's lab if you want to do that. But you can't go all the way through, so it's kind of useless until you come this way. But I used to farm those level 4 enemies to get my level 4 weapon until I realized it was possible to just level up this weapon and get the same results. So I'm going to level this up to 5 real quick by doing this. This is why we need all those Omni cells. Not for this fight particularly, but this part of the grind. Now be aware, you did set down your banner 15 minutes ago. Sometimes you might want to save it until now. That way you have more time to do this farm. Oh, nice stagger. Spin. Nice. See if we can get him to pull out. Yep, there he goes. Big jump. Nice. Get your stamina back. Oh, nice hit on him. Nice, got a free level 4 weapon. What level is that guy? Is it gonna bring everybody? Please just bring him. Just him. Don't bring everybody. It's gonna bring everybody. That's a fight I don't want. Okay, so I might have to do this one more time. This might be a useless fight right here, but I'm gonna do it just for reassurance. Is she gonna shoot me? It's very unusual that she pulls a gun out. Really unusual that she pulled a gun out. Okay, so that gave me 2 of them. So I do need to fight this guy. Come on. Level 3s, 4s. I guess 4s. I just need 4s now. Oh, that was so dumb. Alright, well, I guess I just need... both of them, I'll be fine. Go further, please. No. Oh, that should have killed me. I have no problem hitting that. Alright, let's charge in. Just charge in. Don't need to be a coward. Oh, I'm not watching my stamina enough. Oh my gosh, I did it again. Okay, that should have been enough. Okay, let's see. Organize. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I need one more. Do neither of them have freaking helmets? Oh, that's so annoying. lack a level 4 upgrade material. God. There we go. Making me panic for no reason. There we go. Upgrade that. Probably should have kept that. Got nothing there. Where's my healing? Nothing there. Okay. Let's do that real quick. Nice. There's a helmet. Should we go body? Nice stagger. A revenge enemy has appeared. Oh, it's him. Alright, so we're actually just gonna sit here and wait. He'll eventually come out. What does that mean? What do we steal from him? A leg? That's a leg. I think we steal a leg. The last piece of the armor set. So don't go into the scanner gate yet. You want that warhound right there? It's just menacingly looking at us. Yeah, but he'll walk away, and the other guy will come around the corner and start taking shots at us. We'll lure him out, and then we'll fight the warhound. The warhound's who we have the Omni cells for. This might take a few chances. Oops. Okay, there's our guy. He's gonna start coming this way. The warhound's why we have the physical aggression redistributor.
The scanning gates will be closed.
We need to get all those hits on the leg.
Individuals are obliged to stay inside their homes until the curfew is lifted. Individuals on the streets will be prosecuted.
Come on, just bring it. Just attack. There you go, there you go, there you go.
The evacuation of Jericho City is complete.
Pull out your club.
The scanning gates will be closed.
There we go.
Individuals are obliged to stay.
So revenge enemies are people who have taken out real players, and they will give you bonuses to both tech scrap and what they drop. I think it's technically best to get weapons off of them. Then you get like bonus weapon materials. But I extra last piece I need for this set. But yeah, look at that. Alright, this is gonna be nerve-wracking. I'm probably gonna get nervous. Here comes the Warhound.
All remaining individuals are obliged to
I try to get to about half, 3/4.
Warning, warning. Contamination detected.
Being prosecuted.
We'll do that. Oh, he just destroyed me. Alright, I tried to wait for him to scream or something, and then you can get a few hits off. Come on, stamina. Okay, it's just a 5. We'll take it, that's fine. I'm gonna rest. We'll just, if we die, we die. Alright, so we have about 30 minutes to get to where we want to be. Plenty of time. Get that. Shoot. Literally just looking at it. That. Grab that. Oh. Unlock this. There's the doctor's office over there. Anything else up here? Gonna head into Seaside Court. So that was pretty good. That was pretty good. That is. Yep, Mr. It is Mr.
Do I
Scrappy.
smell a new audio log? Hi, I'm Mr. Scrappy. So, I'm all you since I.
Oh, that's right, he gives you one.
All hail, Lord Eli.
What the?
Steal that.
That's mine. Give it back, like right now.
Eli now.
This is your final chance.
Welcome. But enough.
He's asking.
I made every, even.
You open the door downstairs. I'm gonna get your consent. What kind of threat are we talking about?
Now, I could.
I'm in.
May the spark guide you.
We're gonna go down here.
Right, guys.
We're gonna hit this. We're gonna store all that beautiful scrap. Yeah, we didn't get any. There was no chance of that being a 6, I guess. Okay, can I upgrade anything? Might be able to upgrade some legs here in a minute. Might wait till I get some 3s. This, however, can get an upgrade. Oh, I was so close to another charge. I thought that would be the charge, but I knew better. Well, go ahead and do this.
Aye. You're up now. Get
Whatever. Come and talk to her.
Looking for
She is being
after I
extorted.
should, but if you I should
Obviously will help.
time, but now Finn. Take care, kid.
You can pass.
Thank you. Alright. So now we are heading to open up a shortcut that is just past the grinding spot. So we'll go do shortcut first, obviously, then the grinding spot. That way, if we hit a brilliant run and we get our 2 million scrap or whatever we want, we can just go ahead and run safely back to the med bay. So it's a bit of a dangerous run back. Not necessarily dangerous. I don't want to say dangerous. I shouldn't say that. But there's explosives and corrosion and other elements that can very easily kill you with this low of health, and you can start a death loop where you're just
Attention, everyone!
because of the environmental hazards, and then you just it takes one death after you died to something dumb to lose that million or 2 million scrap. And that's just horrible. So the entrance, I should have said something about it. The entrance is where I did the glitch, and it was too short of a runway, and I lost my scrap.
What? Don't you dare!
It's probably my fault. But not exactly my fault. I think I'm gonna try a glitch real quick. So apparently if I go straight down and then spam, I can cut through. Oh, they fixed it. This thing that I just hear. Oh, nice. Take that. Oh, we do need to hit this though. Used to be able to do a glitch using that teleporter to go up and down it and then just smash through the wall. But I do believe they've done away with it. There's more stuff right here. So I'm gonna take this real quick. Huh, I usually miss that.
This is a bad idea. They'll find.
Repent your sins, heathen.
How'd she die?
Judgment
I saved
day
her.
is nigh. The
Oh, he still got me. Impressive. So the S&R Jackdaw? Jacksaw? Should be Jacksaw, that's weird. I never noticed that. Jackdaw is one of my favorite weapons. I think a lot of people.
Oi, honey bag. Oi, go. I appreciate your patronage, Governor.
No problem.
There's no getting past those soldiers. Let's take the shortcut, okay? I'll go ballistic if I don't get my blue sparkle soon.
Got a lot of good that'll do us. Haven't you heard the stories?
The ones about the missing people? Come on, I don't believe in fairy tales.
It's true. People just disappear down there.
Oh,
Don't
come
worry.
on.
I'll be with you all the way.
That's a backstab. Oh, good hit, good hit. Get greedy now. Alright, so this is kind of scary. It used to be even scarier. I swear this red light's new. So there's a bunch of items and stuff down there, and it's actually how you get to the shortcut. But I'm actually going to open up something else over here. It's fine. I'm gonna do this. This in time. This here.
Even though you accept the truth of the spark in your heart, you strayed from my teachings. The path to deliverance is not through mind-altering narcotics. Do not, my children, become addicted to a mere tool.
Here's the next shortcut. This is the last one we want to get.
Defending our sacred sites. They strengthen your arm.
It's not super far away. What do you got? Body, left arm, legs, nothing. Head. Just oh, there's something down there. I want it. Oh, wait. I can do this. I get to put these in a bunch of different areas, so I might as well do it when I can. It took me so long to actually discover this was back here. But here's our man. Steal purse just to show him that I don't care.
Welcome. Hey.
Oh, I actually have the 2000. Somebody needs to check.
Let's.
Now he starts off strong with a fire starter. So don't let him catch you in that quick combo. Oh, is that Molotov's gonna go soaring. Nice hit. I'm dead. Am I dead to Finn right now? Oh, good throw, Finn. Oh, we didn't get his weapon. It was a bootleg fire starter, so I'm not really too upset about that.
It is I, Celeste, your humble
I forgot about this. A little more like
Come
lore.
on, just try it. It'll expand your consciousness.
What if there's no going back? My brother had a dose of Blue Sparkle once. A few weeks later, we found him dead in the gutter.
That's what your mom tells you. Because she needs a scapegoat. Because she can't face the fact she drove him to kill himself. But don't worry. This will make the pain go away. Forever. You can stop whenever you want.
Okay. But just this once.
Let's see if he actually left anything. Is that guy gonna come down? Today? Maybe? Oh, it just killed him. Well, thankfully his armor just looks cool. It's not like the best or anything. Oh, you guys are so dangerous. Yeah, then you add in that their combo makes no sense. I'm dead. The turret has me. It totally had me. there's reclamation buddy, so that'll get us bonus tech scrap upon kills. There's that guy. Should be like over here, right? He's up there now. Okay, so we're gonna have to come back for him.
Only one survivor.
Nice. Oh dang, that didn't work at all. Alright, so we just need to not die of that.
Not my children become addicted to a mere tool. You did well. These are chemicals and our
Alright, so we have 15 minutes left.
Shocking your mind when the unrighteous painful air.
The shortcut is now unlocked. Scrap. Put away. We are upgraded as much as we can. Can be. Mark that. Take it off. Delete that. I would like to equip that, but I don't think that I can. It costs 6. I'd have to probably get rid of some armor. I have to get rid of a little more. That one's free, right? That one's free, that one's free. That one's +5. Might have to be that one.
You drove them from our homes and defended our crew. But the combat zones were only a means to an end. Enlightenment comes not only from purity of action, but also from purity of thought.
Alright, so here we go. We have to get down into the sewers without dying. It can be a bit of a challenge sometimes, but we didn't take corrosive damage, so we're good. Well, that's not. We took corrosive damage. We didn't take a full bar of corrosive damage. You can't survive it at this health. You'll just die. You can out-heal it, but... Sorry, I had to take a drink. I had no healing, so I can't out-heal it. Alright, so this is the runway we're going to use to die. We're going to fall down there, and this is enough ground that I've never lost my scrap here. I didn't know that was even a thing. We're going to jump up here. Here's the developer chest, but we're actually just going to use that to jump. Come on. Jump up here. And then once we're up here, we're going to attack this guy. He's going to turn into that guy. We're going to try to not die. Obviously, I just died. So the goal is to take something off of him, like a leg or a chest, a head, anything but the weapon. Don't take the weapon yet. What we're gonna do is go further into the cave and hopefully fight a level 7 enemy and get an upgraded weapon. That'll give us a level 6 or 7 weapon. It'll probably be 6. And then when we go and take his arm, it will probably be a level 7 weapon. We could potentially get a 9, I think. Alright, so one more sweep, I think. I try to jump into that corner to the right. Big sweep. Alright, sit. Can he come down? Yes. So now that he's down here, he's just basically going to path himself back up top. We did get the headpiece. Nice. You can use those to upgrade yours by a lot. Obviously to 9. Get ready though, this level 8 enemy right here has an electric gun. It'll mess you up. No fun. And there's a level 3 who's on patrol. So we're gonna take out the level 3 where it's safe. You can hear the gun going off now. Try to get him to do that again.
You have accepted the profound
I stand behind this rock. Sometimes you'll lose target on him at the last second, so
purified metal.
be ready.
Blessed electricity. As
If he hits you, it's going to hurt. So again, be ready to lock on
for the unbelievers, even if they resist
and get out of there.
For all can see that the world is desperate. Dominate the thoughts of the unbeliever, but the flesh is weak. Trapped in our prisons of the flesh,
I just gotta get in there and combo him one more time.
little more than break.
Nope, just a hit.
What if we were more?
Grab that.
What if we left?
Probably gonna die to this guy, but he's a revenge enemy.
What if we
Okay, let's try to, what's he got? Left arm, leg, right?
speak without a voice?
Oh, that's such a bummer.
Heard by all.
Oh, he's got the chest piece. Okay, that's good. We might be able to get up behind him and get a knockdown. Yes. Alright, this guy's just useless. Just get away from him. I'd like to say I'm a better player, but I just let him go back to his spot. The fact that he's a revenge enemy makes me want to get him even more. Keep going for that backstab. Keep letting him reset.
Finally realize our glorious vision. Children of the Spark, defenders of the cathedral.
Good, good, good.
Your matriarch. You have accepted the profound becoming ever stronger. Sanctify yourself with purified metal.
Good, good.
Electricity and the boundless will to transcend.
He actually has a unique armor set on his chest right now. That counts as an unarmored piece, but it is an armor. That's why I really want this guy. And I feel like the chest isn't very common.
The petty demands of the flesh
Alright, so we're gonna hold on to a battery piece until it starts to disappear.
little more than eat, drink,
Nice, we got him. Very cool.
What if we could assimilate knowledge?
We got the chrysalis body here. So I'm gonna come all the way back here. Trigger that. Sometimes when you don't, your stuff will be up top there. So I like to go back in that room because it triggers that I was back there at the entrance. It appears we have about 8 minutes left. Let's try to do that at least one more time. We'll know the glitch has started because we'll get 5,000 tech scrap. And on a good run, you get it about every 20 seconds. At the other spot, I was counting 9. But again, moving that quickly is, I believe, what led me to having no grounded location. I don't think the game could figure out where I was. way too late on that. I hope somebody out there is getting him as a revenge enemy because of me. I don't think I've ever gotten that guy as a revenge enemy. Oh, that'd be so cool to get him as a revenge enemy. I'm being a coward. I am mentally blocked right now. I keep thinking, don't die, don't die, don't wait. And then I jump too soon. I'm dying even sooner now. That's fine. So long as it doesn't say revenge enemy in the bottom right corner, I'm totally fine. Alright, it's a small step forward. I think he just Mario Bros'd me. There's no way I was in range of his arm. I think he just killed me by touching me. I've admittedly never gotten that close to him. That was a ridiculously long way for him to walk for just one swing. See, yeah, it's totally fine right there by accident. Big swing. Already got my charges. I wonder if there's just a weapon that succeeds in like breaking. And I should be using it to like break multiple parts on him. Because I know sometimes I hit close to breaking multiple parts on him, but like it just doesn't happen. He drops large pieces. Where's Mr. 3?
Children of the Spark,
there he is.
defenders of the cathedral, it is I, Celeste, your matriarch. You have expressed the boundaries of the Spark.
Come on.
Sanctify yourself with purified metals.
Depending on how Mr. 7 in the back there goes, this might be my last chance.
You must light the way for the unbelievers, even if they resist.
I don't think this guy actually drops a weapon.
The world desperately needs saving.
But I'm gonna wait.
The thoughts of the unbelievers. We are but animals, struggling and striving to do little more than
I can respect it.
But what if we were what if we could assimilate knowledge
Good, good.
What if
Do it
we
again.
continually
Yeah, he ended up taking a second as well, so assuming the guy in the back will take just long enough that
could wish for anything more?
I can make it back, safely set my new spawn.
Fate has come around at last, channeling the power that rains from the sky.
Left leg, here we go. Head?
The world.
No, we'll do leg.
And finally Sisters of the Cathedral, it is I. You have accepted the profound gifts of the spark, becoming ever stronger, sanctifying yourself with purified metals, blessed electricity.
Oh, that's a bad one. That's a bad one. Go back to your spot. That jump attack is so dangerous. I mean, he does 90-degree angles. He is afraid of no one.
The petty demands of the flesh dominate the thoughts of the unbeliever.
Okay, I do believe that's the end. We'll come all the way back here. And I think that's it.
Is it duplication time?
I think so. It is not. Alright, well, let's try to get one more, I guess. We do leg. No, I don't think we did leg. Alright, so hopefully they didn't just screw it up. I usually like to make sure my death is a fall to ensure that I've done it correctly. Oh, somebody found it. % of players found it. Alright. Well, can't win them all. It's good enough. So this is gonna take a while. It's gonna take even longer, given that I am missing 100 scrap from every collect. Make sure you collect it. But the major thing here is we're in a good environment. We can almost guaranteed get back to our med bay. It is good to see that people are still playing. People are still in the new areas, testing things out, trying things out. It is a little bit sad that my spot is now compromised. I mean, it's not like it's a hidden spot or anything, but it was enough out of the way that people wouldn't go for it. I might have been moving too fast right there. But essentially, I did that with like 100-something thousand at the spot as soon as you enter Port Nixon, and I couldn't find it. It said it was 31 meters below me, and I just frantically was looking for it. I couldn't find it. I feel like I already dropped it. Why does the climb feel so slow right now? It can't be that extra 100. Is that why it feels so slow? It must be. It also helps that we got a bonus 5,000 at the very start of the game.
So I should have done the math. I think on my other character that I earned the 1.25 million on, we got to core power 88. I think. And then it costed like an extra 49,000 to level up to like 89 and then probably 50 to 90. So I'm just wondering how many I actually need. Probably 1.5. Probably 1.5 million. 2 million might be a little excessive. It's 1.25. Should get me to 88 again. I know I leveled up a few times before I started doing the glitch so that I could wear the entire outfit. Which includes the chest piece, obviously. That's the one piece I wasn't wearing before I put Reclamation Buddy on. Oh, that's why I wasn't getting as good of combos as I could on the Scientist. I took that off, the Physical Aggression Redistributor. That's right. Anyways, I wonder, 1.35? Seems like it'd be enough, but I know I leveled up some of these early levels. The early levels only cost like 300 though. So how much extra? Because like theoretically, the early levels might only cost one banner of 4,900. I should have done some testing. Should have looked. Should have seen, compared. I don't know. We'll just do 1.5. If it's not enough, it's not enough. I died twice during this, and I'm missing 100 points, so if I do this again, I'll do it until I don't die, and I'll hide my banner better. There's more than a few spots I can hide my banner. More than a few spots I can hide my banner. I mean, for instance, where I hit it last time literally gave me the bonus 5,000. Plus, now I know that I can get that bonus 5,000 every time. So, like, start a character, get the banner, set it somewhere nice, log off. Okay, so I think at this pace, it'd take me about an hour, 15 just to get the million. So, looking at about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I should be done in 4 hours. It's not my best, but yeah, so if I can do that, if I can be done in 4 hours, we'll be looking good. I've had more weapon variety
and higher leveled weapons before this point. But I feel like I've done everything very efficiently. I'm trying to think of some places where I've completely messed up. We died twice. We managed to not get a perfect scrap received from our banner. I usually take out the enemies in the red armor that have the arc hammers. But again, I didn't have to. I usually take them out so that I can have a level 4 weapon to kill the level 5 AID guards. So that I can try for a level 6 AID hound. But instead we just upgraded the Tomahawk, but I still like using the Tomahawk. We could have added the auxiliary core sooner and got the vulture set bonus sooner. But, I mean, we only died a few times to the scientist. I mean, it's always annoying when I die to the scientist, but that just happens. We never died to the level 8 enemy. We got a revenge level 7. We've actually gotten 2 chrysalis armor pieces from him too, which is very cool. Really, I think all that's left would be just coming back here and farming until I'm done, which would be level 9 everything. I'm gonna get a lot of level 9 weapons. I want to try the Gaia's Lance. I want to try AID Warhound. Well, no, that's not true. I might not do the Warhound this playthrough. I use the Warhound every playthrough, and I haven't used it this one, so I might not actually use it. The same could be said for the Tomahawk, but the Tomahawk's just so good. Yeah, we'll probably just do the Tomahawk, and then I'll do, I might not even do Gaia's Lance, we'll see. I usually do Brother Truman's Spear, because it has electric damage on it, but again, I do that too much, so we'll just have to see. We'll have to get to that point and actually see what weapons we want to try. Everybody says Gaia's Lance is pretty much the best, but maybe I've just been overlooking it because I like the elemental damage. Which is funny because I don't use the nanite damage one that I just started this playthrough. I usually avoid that spear at all costs because, I don't know, I think it's a little gaudy, but it actually ended up being not only an upgrade, but one I needed to actively use. Keep that going. Have I slowed down? What's my issue here? Can't tell. I've got my timer out to keep track. We'll have to see. It's looking like it might actually take me about 8 minutes to get my 100,000. Which would definitely make me feel like a 4-hour time is on the horizon. Which isn't bad. It took us 5 hours the first time over 2 episodes. So let's just see what I can do here with 4 hours of time. Hopefully it ends up being only like 3.5. Obviously the lower the better, but Try to stretch the hands pretty much after, I'd say every 5 runs. When the death screen comes up, I'll take my hands, do a couple stretches, twist them around. So again, this isn't a perfect run, but I think it's a pretty good display of how a new player can get into all of this and break the game themselves. The hardest things I think I really did were get the AID Warhound, which you don't need. Yeah, you don't need it. You absolutely don't need it. I just like it. It's one of my favorite weapons. Fighting the scientist here is really difficult. A lot of people use parry against him. You can do that. But I like to just glitch him. I wouldn't say glitching him is easier, but once he's glitched, he's easier. There is a glitch within the glitch where he can think that he's back up on the ledge and safe and he'll attack you, so be aware of that if he's like all the way up against that chest. What else did I do that's difficult? I mean, just getting back to where the Warhound is kind of difficult. Getting past that first AID command, if you're new to this game, that can be difficult. It's doable. You can definitely figure it out on a new character. It's not impossible, but it is difficult. I think it's all completely possible. I think somebody can pull it off. Especially if you avoid the Warhound completely and you just get the Tomahawk. If you just get the Tomahawk, you can run straight here because you don't actually need to like farm and upgrade it to level 5. I guess that's another thing. I didn't need to farm and upgrade the Tomahawk to level 5, so if I do this again, I won't do that and I'll just come here even sooner. Do I technically even need to go there at all? Not really. I don't think there's anything genuinely back there that I need. You could just come straight here and do the glitch. You really could. I would just get the Jackdaw, the twin rig saws. I would just do that and then come down here. Set your banner down. Just gives you more time to farm. Now you wouldn't be able to build or upgrade. You might be able to upgrade, build some armor. You would have to take out the guy with the gun and the guy with the fire starter on the bridge next to Athena's little quest chest. You could get your arms and legs there. Head to whichever ones you want. And then yeah, you could probably sprint straight here. Grab Reclamation Buddy once you're here. Whip that. Yeah, you might actually... You might be better off just coming straight here. The level 7 and 8 enemy behind the scientist will obviously pretty much be off limits unless you're familiar with the game. Because you'll have a level MK1, maybe MK2 weapon at that time. It'll be super difficult. Not impossible, but super difficult. Grab that. Always try to make sure that you grab it. I've wasted almost, well, let's see, I wasted 180,000 and I think 70,000. So 250,000 wasted. Oh, well, and 100,000 that I lost on the other save. So 350,000 that I've just thrown away. 2 from not grabbing it, 1 from it disappearing. I would cry if I went back and watched the video and found out that I just was looking past it the whole time. I don't think I was, though. I searched for it. I literally ran the timer out looking for it. Not like it's a super long timer. So after I'm done with this, I think I'm gonna go back to Monster Hunter. I still haven't decided if I want to keep fighting Rathalos or just move on. I think I'm just gonna move on. I think if I just move on, I'll end up going to a new area and discovering a new monster to farm. And do fun, crazy stuff with that I, you know, could have spent time doing with Rathalos. But like, I don't know. I feel like there's going to be a point very soon where even the Rathalos gear will get outscaled. And I'll just be like, wow, I spent 300 hours getting that weapon and it's useless. On the flip side, it might not be. But like, I have this deep-seated concern that I'm gonna realize at some point after like 4 or 5 farms that he doesn't drop one of the items I need. And that'll ruin it. Or that I'll have to use like Mochalite or something to trade for medium bones, which become available in the next area. And it's like, okay, do I really want to trade Mochalite for medium bones that are like not rare at all? So I'm not really sure. Might even be worth taking on Rathalos without the Mega Nutrients just to see if I can. Because that's the one thing really holding me back from just immediately wanting to go back in, is that I need more God Bugs. But honestly, I could just go back in there with what I have now and see if I can take them on. And if I can take them on a few more times, it could be fun. I think I have enough large explosives to take them on 3 more times. But I don't know how many times I'd have to farm him to get the weapons. Alright, so we're... Does that put us a 5th? Is that a 5th of the way? That pickup, we're a 5th of the way. Oh, that's an hour and 48 minutes. Yeah, so I think my original estimate was pretty spot on. It'll probably take 4 hours to have all of this done. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I don't think there's anything in the Dark Souls series like this. I know there's like quite a few duplication glitches, but most of them have been patched out. I think there's one in Demon's Souls still. Oh my gosh, that was a small patch. I shouldn't say that was a small patch. You can still do it. The Xbox 360, and maybe the PS3 had it, and I just don't remember. But the Xbox 360 having the ability to reset system cache, chef's kiss, just total chef's kiss. I did that in Call of Duty World at War to do the original zombies glitch on what is it, Notched or Kino? It's Notched there, right? Something like that. Kino Der Toten was Black Ops 1, I think. But I would do that. I would do the Castle Crashers Boomerang glitch. Skyrim's Orgum Infinium, or whatever that book was called, I would do that glitch. That was a lot of fun. Doing speedruns in Skyrim to get to that guy as fast as possible, and then trying to figure out where the nearest 7 race characters were. That was a lot of fun. Oh my gosh. That'd be a lot of fun to do. Get to 81. I don't think you could do it. I was gonna say, get to 81, and then update the game, and then use all your skill points and level up, and then do the glitch again. But I don't think you could. I don't think that would work. Would that work? Could you do the glitch, update the game, reset the system cache, and then no, I don't think it would work. The game would be like super confused what happened. Right? It would have no idea how you're past 81. Yeah, no, I don't think the game would handle that very well. That's like throwing a hot dog into their spaghetti code. Some people might not see a problem, but you shouldn't have hot dogs in the spaghetti. It's their spaghetti code, and they can eat it how they want to. And I think trying to use the new legendary level up system with the old Xbox reset cache glitch would not be a pretty dish. It's their code, they did it, it's their fault. But I don't think you should just add hot dogs to somebody else's spaghetti. I do miss Skyrim. I liked it. I should say I loved it. I loved Skyrim. At one point, I literally just spent an entire day watching Zoids getting hit by like 3 mud crabs outside of Whiterun using resto magic and light armor just to finish getting my character to level 81. If you're wondering why I did that and I didn't use the glitch, it's because I did it legit the first time. I did all the grinding as legitimate as I wasn't gonna dungeon for thousands of hours getting hit here and there, because as you get better at the game, you get hit less and less, and your block skill just keeps going up. So yeah, I sat in a puddle, got hit by mud crabs. My brother then played on my account, and believe it or not, before Skyrim, I was a single save person, and I only had 1 save, and he saved over my character, and I lost them forever. And ever since then, I've been a multi-save character kind of person. Actually, not only am I a multi-save character kind of person, I'm a multi-save kind of person with a master save below 1. So like, pretty much 3 through 5 is where I'll keep a master save every so often while I'm playing through a game, in case I accidentally screw up save file 1. But, yep, that's when that happened. Coincidentally, I quit playing Skyrim
for Dragon's Dogma, which only has one save file on it. But I really wasn't even that upset about my Skyrim save because I was playing Dragon's Dogma by that time, which is, again, why my brother was suddenly playing Skyrim. But I wasn't going to give up Skyrim while I was into Skyrim. I distinctly remember the last thing I was doing was collecting the bugs in a jar, which we later, like recently, after COVID, discovered went nowhere. So yes, people all the way back in 2011 were trying to figure out what the bugs in jars did. Oh my gosh, that was so cool. That mission on the island outside, was it Riften? When you go to take out that other guild, I remember just finding that bee in a jar and thinking to myself, like, this is peak gaming. Look at the bug in the jar. I remember, like, all of us on, like, Xbox game chat talking about it when 7 people would be in a game chat. It was just absolute madness. I don't think I ever found the moth, which is sad because it's, like, the coolest one. I have the most nostalgia for the bee, but the moth is definitely the coolest. Around 2020, 2021, I did get back into Skyrim for legendary no-death runs. I got pretty far into them, but it got to a point where I was just, you know, doing runs to get my conjuration up to 100 so that I could have 2 Daedra with me. And then I would explore with the 2 Daedra and basically let the Daedra do all the fighting, because anytime that you get involved in the fight, you would die. And then you just think to yourself, why didn't I let the Daedra do it? It's their job to do it. I should let them do it. And then you let another playthrough go about 2 hours into the Daedra killing everything, and you're like, yes, I'm gonna get the last hit, and then you die. Or sometimes you make a mistake and you forget a certain sorcerer or shouter is in a dungeon, and you level up too much before that dungeon, and you go in and you just get killed with a single shout. But no, what I found to be the most annoying was I started doing runs to the Daedric, what is the name of the thing? It's at the bottom of the College of Winterhold. You can make Daedra armor in it, flame Atronachs and stuff. What is that called? The Atronach's Forge? Is that what it's called? I think it's the Atronach's Forge. Anyways, I would use that to conjure Daedric armor, like, as soon as possible, but sometimes you would just get terrible enchantments. So I would soft reset. And I would soft reset until I got really good armor enchantments, like Fortify Health, Fortify Blocking, this, that. I literally had a list of, like, what the best enchantments on each armor set could be. And I would get, like, perfect armor sets on brand new characters with max leveled conjuring. So I'd have sweet armor. I'd have my Daedra, and I'd be ready to go. And then, yeah, like, I'd forget to do Bleakfold's Barrow too soon, and that freaking Draugr would come out at the end and just single kill me with a shout. And it's like, well, I just wasted 50 hours. And I counted it as wasted because soul trapping a wolf at the start of the game isn't the most fun. Oh my gosh. My first ever attempt, my friend was just like, now take it slow because you're gonna get, like, gang attacked by the first time you ever meet the dragon cultist. And it's like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah. No, I see it. So I just, you know, I did Conjuration first, got super leveled up, got all my Daedric armor, and I was just like, yeah, I've avoided the cultist. And now is for the ultimate level up part. I'm gonna have so much health and stuff that even though I'm super high leveled on Legendary, I'm gonna have enough health, enough armor, and my Daedra to help me that I can take on a Saber Cat. And I did that by leveling up Transmutation with the Transmute spell by buying Iron Ore from all the people in Whiterun and then turning it into Gold Ore. And then just, you know, resting and repeating the process. I will never do that again. Transmute is such an expensive spell. It's ridiculous. It took so long. I remember at some point leveling up my magics just enough so that I could cast the spell twice.
and then still thinking like this isn't enough. But I did it, and then I died. That's the one where I died in Bleak Falls Barrow to the shout. I was really sad about that. And then I started getting into stuff like having the 2 Daedra, and then having a follower, and then having Barnabas the dog. And it was just like, you know, this is fun, but like the amount of setup that it takes just to die in one hit isn't fun. It like almost, and now that I'm thinking about it back, it's more of like a don't level up challenge. Like, can you beat the game without leveling up and finding the best gear that you can? Because if you can find good enough gear without leveling up, you can actually start to tank some hits from wolves and whatnot. But as soon as the bear and saber cats start to spawn, it goes downhill. They just do so much raw damage. But like as I'm saying it really is just a don't level up challenge. So I'm sure if you farmed enough, you can find some ridiculous armors. Or you could just not level up and go to the college and get the Daedric armor I was talking about. And if you had Daedric armor at level 1, you'd be able to survive some wolf attacks. Maybe that's how I return to Skyrim. I'd do that one time. I think I'd be willing to do it one time. I'd hate to give Todd Howard money, but I'd be willing. You know, maybe I'd be willing to do it when Sky Oblivion comes out. Oblivion was great. And not that I see it with glasses of nostalgia. I loved it because of the level up system. I never did it, but the fact that you could get a max level character by getting arrested and having your skills lowered was just beautiful. I don't think they intended for that, but I remember being in middle school and hearing about a friend do it. And like when he described the story, the horror on everybody else's faces at the lunch table was just brilliant. I just remember everybody at the lunch table talking about like their Oblivion characters, and he was just like, oh, I remember getting the max level in Oblivion. And everybody like scoffed at him, and they were just like, you can't. He was like, no, you can. And like just looked at everybody like with confusion, like, you guys are idiots. And everybody was just questioning him about it, and finally he was just like, no, you're doing it wrong. You pick all the skills you don't like as your main skills so they level up faster, and then your skills you do like, is that right? I'm trying to remember how he does it. I think he might actually pick the skills he liked so that they leveled up faster. I'd have to double check on the rules. Anyways, he would then use, again, the arrest system to get arrested and lower his stat points so that he could continue leveling up the other skills. And he would just continuously lower his skill points so that he could level up all up equivalently, and then eventually got the character to max. And just again, the way he described it, everybody just looked mortified. And I remember thinking to myself, like, yeah, that sounds right. Why wouldn't you do that? I never did it, because every time I'd start a new character, I would just immediately go to the Shivering Isles every time. And then I would have this horrible conundrum of, oh, do I want to use Amber armor? I can't even remember what the other armor is, because I'd almost always choose Amber. I actually suddenly can't remember what the armor set is, but I'd always choose Amber. I love the Amber set. I thought it looked a little bulbous and kind of ridiculous, but back then it was just such a unique looking armor set that I think it was cool enough on its own. I think if they made the Amber set with the way Glass looks in 5, it would look insane. I do have problems like everybody else with the way the Glass set looks in 5. I think they go a little light on the Malachite. I think more of the armor should actually have Malachite on it. But that's fine. That's fine. You can sometimes end up in the opposite realm where it looks gaudy if you make the entire thing out of see-through looking glass or crystal. You can also end up where people only want to wear that armor set because it looks too cool. That's not a problem in my opinion.
usually you just balance that out by giving it the worst defense in the game, but like high magic defense, so that people can wear it for like specific parts of the game. Like, oh, we're going into the Wizards Guild. Let's put on our glass armor. And it's like, I love that part because you get to wear the glass armor. And then like maybe if you get to a high enough level, you don't need to worry about your stats. You can just wear whatever armor you want, but it's neither here nor there because that is in Oblivion and Skyrim. I think the Surge 2 has enough of a art style / look to it that nothing really looks better or worse than anything else. Maybe that's just because I like the game so much, but I don't think there's any armor sets in this game that are just so ugly that I hate them. I think genuinely in this game, it comes down to how useful stuff is. So we're a third at 40 minutes, so it's looking like I slowed down a little bit. Might have slowed down a little bit. It's hard to say. But we're a third of the way done. We're getting there. Oh, I've got to stop running that wall. I don't think I'll be playing any Apex Legends today. I think today's Broken Moon? Say Broken Moon or World's Edge? I think it's Broken Moon. Yeah, we'll most likely play Monster Hunter. I do have to play Dragon Quest. I have to do my stuff. I'm at 135 seeds of agility, 180 seeds of strength, 50 seeds of wisdom, 11 seeds of life, 7 seeds of magic, 4 seeds of defense, 1 seed of skill, 1 super seed of skill. I can't even get more of those yet, even if I tried. But yeah, that's all going really well. I'm gonna need a lot of seeds for Angelo to outspeed the hero. Obviously, I'd put like 120 something seeds into the hero, so he's gonna need more than that. So I'll have to work on that. I'm gonna need even more seeds. So eventually I'm gonna want Red to make sure she outspeeds Jessica. I didn't say that correctly, but I don't give a shit. Because I want Jessica to magic burst last as kind of like a sweeper hit, because I always know how much damage that's going to do. Whereas Red and Hero can do a range of attacks. I think Red's gonna be 6 to 8 attacks, and Hero is, well, Hero technically is a set number of swings if you do Falcon Slash, but multi-thrust can actually do more damage, I think. I don't know that for certain, because maybe swords do more damage at the end of the game. But multi-thrust has a chance to do 4 50% swings. Or no. Yeah. I'm trying to remember how it works out. I think it's only like 25% extra damage, but multi-hit has a chance to do 1 extra hit. Whereas, I'm trying to remember now. Yeah, no, okay, so Falcon Slash does 4 slashes of 75, I think, for a total of 300. And I'm trying to remember, multi-hit does the same... No? I'll have to check. I just remember multi-hit doing just a little bit extra damage, but you had to roll it. You weren't guaranteed that extra damage. We'll have to check it. But I think I've already maxed out her magic burst damage. I don't think I actually have to raise her magic stat anymore. She's doing, I think, 5,008 every time. Which I believe I read on Reddit is the highest she can even do with it. It soft caps at some point. I'm not sure when that happened. Probably around 600, honestly. But I don't care because I wanted 999. A little upsetting that it doesn't matter, but from what I read, physical attacks don't have a soft cap. They hard cap at 999. So that will matter for both Red and Hero. Sadly for Jessica, it doesn't seem to have mattered. Angelo doesn't matter at all because he just uses a temporal attention and oomph in most situations. I shouldn't even say that. In most situations, Jessica just kills everything. Honestly, unless there's more than 6 enemies, Red probably kills most things. But we're almost there. We need 120 more Seeds of Strength to max out Hero. And I'm doing that because we'll need to max out his strength regardless. And he gets to use a boomerang, so once he's got max strength, he should just kill everything. I've got him leveled up to like at least Lord Boomer in the boomerang skill tree, so he should be able to kill everything once he has max strength. Haven't played Pokemon in probably 2 months now. It's killing me. As much as I want that shiny Celebi, I can't do it. I always have to sit there and watch a video while I'm playing, and then eventually I get engrossed in whatever video I'm playing, because whatever video I'm playing is more entertaining than the actual game I'm playing, because it's just clicking A repeatedly until, you know, Celebi changes colors, which hasn't happened in a very long time. It'll never happen if I don't play, but that's fine. I'd rather play this, because I'm actually getting something done. I'm getting a reward. I'm not just drained of dopamine thinking the next one, the next one, the next one, the next one. I am actively building a foundation here. And I'm excited. I haven't played through this entire game in a long time. I know I had another save that was just as good, but this one's slightly better. Showcases stuff better, and I don't yet have the living jawbone, so I can still get that at 9, which will be fun. Can I? Yeah, I'll just have to get... No, I don't think I can. I'll have to see if the level 8 guy drops weapons. If I have to use level 9 pieces to make level 8 pieces, I'll have to get the living jawbone, obviously, but we'll have to see. It's fine. I don't actually like the living jawbone. It's just fun to have at 9. We will be getting Brother Truman's Lance and the Gaia Lance. We can probably get the Gaia Lance after I'm done with all this. It's a really good weapon. I'll have much better armor. Once I'm leveled up, I can have the entire set of the Vulture armor on. I'll just need to do a couple sprays. I'll need to go to an area just outside of Fort Nixon, only available through Fort Nixon, and make a spray there for the resistance. We'll go to Cloud 9 and spray there, and Gideon's Rock. And I might have to go to AID Command, but we'll wait to go to AID Command, because if you go to AID Command too soon, I think you ruin the Stranger's little side quest. And the Stranger's side quest is definitely one I recommend for new players, because the helmet is universal. The helmet will work with any armor set, and for probably the first half of the game, It's the best helmet, just like outright the best helmet. As you get better armor sets, the helmet gets outclassed like completely, but for the first part of the game, I'd say it's just the best helmet. The fact that it's a universal piece too is big. Nice. Little hesitation there, but that's fine. Okay, so if I was perfectly on time, I think I'd be at 700,000. I think. I'm only missing 7,000 points, so I'd be at 600,000. 690,000. Yeah, so I'm falling behind, I think. I think it's those little circles I keep doing. But I don't want to drop 600,000. I'm not gonna miss it. So I may just have to be a little slow in my endeavor. But we're only like 10 minutes from the halfway point. We're only 10 minutes from the halfway point. That really makes me feel like this is only a 2-hour endeavor. I'm so bad at math that, like, I can't tell. When I hit 750,000, wow. 750,000 is definitely enough runs for me to have a good idea if I'm actually halfway or not. 100,000 points I think took me about 7.5 minutes. And in 7.5 minutes, I'll be at 58 minutes. I don't know. If I can have this done, if I'm done in another hour, I'll be at 3 hours and 10 minutes. That'll be beautiful. If I could be done in 3 hours and 10 minutes, that would be beautiful. Oh, yeah, Pokemon's been killing me. Shiny Celebi's not even one of, like, my true targets. I just want Shiny Celebi because I'm new to shiny hunting. I'm not even new to shiny hunting. I'm still on, like, my first real hunt. But, like, I'm 3 years into hunting 3 Pokemon. The first one took 8 months. The second one just happened. That's how shiny hunting works, though. Literally, the first one took me 3 full Professor Oak challenges of the first gym, which is the longest part. I think it was 150 hours it took to find that shiny Ghastly. Because I would start Crystal. I would, you know, level everybody up to, you know, I'd get Feraligatr, Pidgeot, you know, all the Pokemon. You know, Donphan, Ursaring, and I'd grind them up inside the Sprout Tower. And if they couldn't attack Ghastly, I'd switch train them. And yeah, like 3 of them. On the 3rd Professor Oak challenge, I was doing all 3 starters switch training because I did the PC duplication glitch to get all the starters at the start. And yeah, even with Typhlosion and Meganium added, I still was switch training. And only then did I finally see the shiny Ghastly. I actually saw a shiny Rattata in the first run. And I was so mad about that I left Sprout Tower and went, it's faster other places. And I caught a shiny Unknown. And I went back to Sprout Tower.
I don't think I learned a lesson. But yeah, anyways, I switched to hunting an Actually, I caught a Beedrill randomly too. That was shiny. Again, it just happens. And then I started shiny hunting Bill's Eevee, and I just got it. I remember sitting at the laundromat one day, just watching my laundry through the window because I'm scared of going in the laundromat because there's people nodding off in there, doing that like hard shell taco fold, where like they're folded in half, but like their midsection's flat, so like they're not completely folded. The old bins, the lean. Oh, 700, that's funny. So I just sit there and watch from the window playing my Game Boy with the doors locked because I'm judgmental. But yeah, I caught my Eevee there, and it was super exciting. It might have been where I caught my Ghastly too. I can't remember where I caught the Ghastly. I just remember a wave of like relief coming over my shoulders when the Ghastly appeared. I wasn't even afraid of like not getting the catch. Like, I just knew that I was gonna get it, and I did. My only regret is not duplicating the Ghastly as soon as I got it, because now I have a bunch of duplicates of the Haunter that it evolved into, but I don't actually have any of the original Ghastly. Not that it's a major regret of mine, but I do wish I had the Ghastly still. Kind of like a PSA 10 original first edition card. But I'm going for a blue theme. I'm gonna do Haunter. I have the Beedrill, which actually fits by coincidence, so he's on the team right now, but he'll get replaced eventually, which is sad. But he was never supposed to be there, so I think it's a big opportunity for him. I mean, and it's a Beedrill. How many teams does Beedrill get to be on, let alone shiny Beedrill? So he's on the team. Starmie is a target, but Starmie is going to be ridiculous because I think Staryu is a 15% only at night. So that's going to be a lot of time clock manipulation and fishing BS. So that'll probably be one of my first big phases of hunting. I really want Houndoom, but same thing for Houndoom. I think a repel trick still gets you like a 50-50 on Houndoom and somebody else. Might be a 33%. Snorlax was definitely on my radar. Electrode was on my radar. But I gave up. I eventually got tired of doing the runaway glitch. Not even a glitch, not an exploit either. I just got tired of it. Couldn't really tell you why. Bellossom is definitely on my radar. I would love a shiny Bellossom. Feraligatr should have been on my radar, but to do the starter duplication glitch with a shiny starter would just be nerve-wracking. On Crystal, of all things, because your window to do the glitch is even shorter. Oh my gosh. There's a couple other blue Pokemon I've been looking at. There's quite a few of them. But the problem is not all of them are the right color blue. And even then, some of them I can't obtain anymore, or I could obtain. It'd just be, I'd have to breed them. And it's not that I have anything against shiny breeders in Pokemon Crystal. It's just I hate when they brag about it. Because it's like the only thing you truly worked for was the Ditto. Like, it's a 1 in 64 or something like that for a shiny egg. Alright, so there's 750,000. That's the halfway point. 58 minutes. So, yeah, we should be done in an hour. 3 hours and 15 minutes should be the finish time.
But like Hitmonchan, I really wanted shiny Hitmonchan, but I duplicated 30 odd eggs, and I never got a shiny Tyrogue or a shiny, I think, Igglybuff. Also, it makes me so sad that like shiny Happiny wasn't in that game. Could you imagine having a shiny Blissey? Not that it's like a crazy good shiny or anything, but like, ugh, Happiny would have been such a perfect, like, just surprise Pokemon to come out of the odd egg for people. You know, if I redid Gen 2, I would definitely give Whitney a Chansey or a Blissey. Maybe I'd give her a Chansey with an Eviolite. Because I'm a firm believer that people need to explore the game world and problem solve. And yeah, having people purposefully get a Tyrogue or trade for the Machop, I think it's problem solving. I don't think people should have to get the Tyrogue. That's a little much. But I think if people were playing the game and they got a Tyrogue from the odd egg and they were like leveling it up and all of a sudden they got Hitmonlee, Hitmontop, or Hitmonchan and they were like, oh, this is pretty cool, this is pretty cool. And then had to go up against Whitney and just be like, oh, he's broken. I would have to say most physical attacks, you know, from obviously Gen 4 onward, from a Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, or Hitmontop would do a lot to a Chansey, even with Eviolite. I might be underestimating Chansey's bulk with an Eviolite, but I think you'd do fine. Especially if you had a Machop with Karate Chop and Low Kick. So you can earn 750,000 an hour. That's pretty good. So I bet that other spot, if you can keep from falling and losing your stuff, like as soon as you enter Fort Nixon, that cliff right there. I bet you could have $1 million in an hour. I wouldn't say it's twice as fast, but seriously, on the other one, like, we're already off the edge. I think it's 3 jumps and you're off the edge at the other spot. It's a good 6 jumps here. And you have to wait for your stamina to come back. Yeah, like I'm off the edge now. It'd be close. I'd have to test it. But again, I think you have to slow down so that the game has time to place your scrap. And if you're slowing down, you're wasting time at the faster spot. So it would have to be so much faster that even if you're wasting time, it's still okay. I'm wasting a lot of time right now, technically, because again, I'm getting 100 points less per collection, and I'm sprinting further. Actually, I'm not really sprinting at all, I'm jumping. Point still stands, though. Okay. We are officially in the home stretch. It is all downhill from here, as they say.
you know, that whole time we're climbing up towards the goal. You know, we're still climbing up towards the goal, but you know, you're trying to get to 750,000, and then from 750,000 you're trying to get to 1.5 million, but it really feels like that 750,000 to 1 million goes by faster. It's like if you ever go on a long road trip, going to the place can feel like a slog. But when you're heading home, the trip can feel like nothing at all. Nothing at all. Sometimes the trip home feels worse though, because you're just waiting for that moment to relax. But I feel like you didn't vacation very well. Not that you yourself didn't vacation very well, but that you didn't have a very good vacation. Because you should be relaxed from the vacation. Going home should not feel like a vacation. Coming home from vacation. And some people do that. Some people do too much on vacation and they wear themselves out, so when they do get home, they're tired. And I can get it. Sometimes the stress of life is so much that when you get to go relax, you don't want to waste it. But you inadvertently end up wasting it. Yeah, you also have to let all parties know that you're not going to relax. That will ruin it for everybody else if you don't relax and everybody else is trying. Don't. Just don't. If they want to stay in the hotel room and stare at the ceiling fan, let them. They're not wasting it. I find a lot of the time when people want to just sit in a hotel room and stare at the ceiling fan, it's usually by the end of the first night that they've, like, adjusted or climatized. The brain needs a moment. And the worst part is, I don't think you can actually just turn the brain off and back on again to let it rewire. I think it will rewire while you are actively standing there filling up your cup at the Chipotle, and all of a sudden the Mr. Pibb starts overflowing and running across your hand. But you're still processing that you're 2,000 miles out of your home country or state or providence, and everybody's staring at you going, "Hey, what's going on?" And you are trying to relax. I read a very interesting thing on Reddit today. Might have been last night. About, it was like people arguing about Chipotle. And how people are like, "Oh, Chipotle's worthless now. They skimp on everything. Blah, 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 blah. It looks like people are eating out of your burrito before you get it." And all this other stuff. And it was interesting to see people arguing about that. But what I was interested in was somebody was like, "Ah, blah, blah, blah. Chipotle is just the worst, blah, 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 like, version of Mexican food. It's even worse than the, like, atrocities of American Chinese food to the Chinese culture and stuff like that." And somebody was just immediately like, "I'm Mexican and I love Chipotle." They're like, nobody in Mexico thinks Chipotle is Mexican food. Chipotle is its own type of food, and it's delicious. And I was like, that's a very interesting way to think of that. Because even though they call themselves, I think, like a Mexicana experience or something like that, everybody in every culture cooks their food differently. Even if you went to, like, the most remote village imaginable, I'm sure people within that community probably cook their food differently, even with their limited resources. Because that's just how people are. People are peculiar creatures. I know some cultures cook their food differently within the same city. Some people like to, and I don't know what cultures these are, they do a lot of goat. And man, that goat looks crazy when it comes out. But like, some will cook it underground, under like immense heat, and then some cultures just cover it in like palm fronds, and they're like in the same city, and they're like, "No, he's doing it wrong." So, not exactly sure, but I thought it was very interesting that somebody from Mexico, could have been just Texas, who knows? It's technically Mexico. It's Texaco. was defending Chipotle. I think you should just defend whatever food you like. Genuinely, I think you should just defend whatever food you like. I don't think there's a single food that I hate. There's a lot of animal products that I don't agree with. But I'm a firm believer in everybody has pretty much total freedoms. Obviously, I think once you start harming other lives, it becomes a problem, but it gets a little muddy on what's harming another life. But again, I personally, morally, myself, draw the line at eating any form of baby animal outside of an egg, fertilized or not. I'd prefer not to eat fertilized eggs, but, you know, if it hasn't had time to actually do anything, I don't see the problem in eating a partially fertilized egg. But I'm not over here cracking squab. Like caviar, I think is just ridiculous. I think that's stupid. On the flip side, I think lobsters and crabs are gross as hell and people shouldn't eat it. If your food has to be boiled immediately after it's killed because the parasites on it are so disgusting, I think you shouldn't be eating it. But like that's true for most foods. Like bear is completely off the menu. Am I getting this from Joe Rogan? Yeah, I am. But bear meat just sounds vile. I don't think bears will actually taste like blueberries if they eat enough blueberries, by the way. I just genuinely believe the guy that said bears are riddled with parasites. I believe that. I mean, deer aren't much better. Deer's delicious in my opinion, though. I think deer meat's one of the best meats I've ever had. But like, motherfucker's got chronic wasting disease. However, I think a deer has made it through a couple of ruts is a fine kill. If it's the biggest deer in the woods, don't kill it. Leave it. Leave the genetics, you idiot. Kill it when it's older. Eat the tough meat. But like, the East Coast has a deer problem. There are far too many deer in a small area. And chronic wasting disease is going to be a problem because of that. Do I think mechanized farms are good? No. Absolutely not. Do I think small farms are any better? No, absolutely not. I think anywhere where you're killing animals in quantity for people is ridiculous. But that's the way of the world. You literally can't supply restaurants without mass killing of animals. And I don't think the average person genuinely could go without a restaurant. Not just restaurants, but a restaurant. Like if every city had a singular restaurant and you had to like reserve your table and meal so that they weren't wasting food, I don't think the average person could do it. I think they all want to complain and say like, oh, I'm doing my part, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, blah, 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 corporations. Corporations aren't the problem. It's mass want. I mean, I'm part of the problem. I love eating those fancy chicken sausages with the cheese and stuff in them. But I don't eat them every day. I don't eat them every week. I eat them probably once a month, and I like to know that they're at the store. But how many sausages go to the waste because I didn't buy them? I'm a consumer of them. I eat them. I like them to be at the store. But I don't eat them often enough to tell myself that they're not going to the waste. I don't know that enough people are eating them. And again, that's want. People want to know that their favorite brand of something's at the grocery store, but the problem is they don't need it, so they don't buy it, so it possibly is waste.
So again, you're not solving the great recycling problem or anything like that without just removing everybody's want. And you're not doing that, you're gonna have to take it away, and people are still gonna want, but they're gonna have to realize they don't need. I'd actually like that. I'd like if there was only like 2 or 3 restaurants in every single city in like a shape of a triangle. And like you actually had to reserve your seats ahead of time, like a month ahead. And it would just be nice because like you could do your big meal. You could do all your working out, exercising and stuff, and know that in 1 month you're gonna be able to eat that like super amazing tiramisu and have that awesome steak with all that crazy stuff and get all the sides and whatnot. Because it's not wasted, it's all grown with quality. You know the animals didn't die in tragedy in a being slaughter field the size of a football field. Again though, in my mind, unless you are like raising 10 cows and you wander off into the woods and the cows don't notice you, and then like as you're walking away, a trail of corn falls out of your pocket, and you lure off one of the cows, just one of the cows, into the woods by a mile. So now the cow's a mile away from the other cows, but he doesn't realize because he's been eating the corn. And then from in the trees, you shoot the cow in the head, so he never even knows that it was you or where he was or what happened. I think you're a horrible person. But that's just the way it goes. It's just me. I could never do one of those little canister things that shoots a bullet into the cow's head while it's looking at me. I couldn't do it. But I can eat a Baconator 7 days a week. I know I can. So I know that unless they take it away from me, I want it. I know I don't need it. That's why I think they can take it away and I'd be fine. But again, unless you take it away from people, you're not getting rid of all those different types of bacon, all the different cuts of meat, all the different chicken breasts. All that's going to stay in the stores. You're not getting rid of it. So just quit complaining. Quit telling people to not eat meat. Shut the hell up and have some iron. You anemic son of a bitch. I had so many friends in college that were anemic because they were vegetarians. And not that you don't have to be anemic. It's not part of the rules of vegetarianism or veganism. But like, oh my god. I had one friend, I love this story. And I hope this doesn't embarrass him. I shouldn't even have said gender. I should have been fine without saying gender. But we were riding to and from the college together. We were just having a fun day. I think I was done with classes and they were doing like not open classes, but basically classes where like other people could go in and sit and like it didn't actually, you know, cause a problem or anything like that. So I was basically just like riding shotgun with him and just enjoying myself. And I remember at one point he was just like, do you ever forget to eat red meat or anything like that? And like you go low on iron and you lose your peripherals? And I just remember sitting there and like processing all the information I had gotten. And it was like, do I ever forget to eat red meat? Like, no. What does that mean? And like, as that's processing, it's just like, wait, hold on. Aren't you vegetarian? So like, and then like, as I'm processing it, it's like, wait, you're driving. What do you mean you've lost your peripheral? What do you mean? And like, it was just, it's just one of these moments where it was just like, oh my god, what is happening right now? And yeah, I had realized that like, at some point they decided that they were vegetarian or vegan, I think. And they just hadn't thought about eating red meat. They'd forgotten about it, hadn't gotten any iron, and now had no peripheral vision. And it was just like, I can't help you, but I can drive, if that's what you're asking. Ugh. College, where people starve themselves for next to no reason. Plenty of people starve themselves because they don't have enough money, but there's also plenty of people who like to pretend to be poor.
I was one of those people. I didn't pretend to be poor. I just purposely didn't ask my parents for money, which resulted in me looking poor. But like, if I ever actually just ran out of money, I could be like, more money, please. Like Mona Lisa from Parks and Rec. But I tried my best not to do that because I saw how slippery of a slope it could become. I was never really one of those spoiled kids growing up, but looking back on it, I was definitely one of those kids that never had to go without. I definitely, as a kid, thought I was one of those kids who had to go without, because, you know, there's always the kid who shows up to school and has like 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons in their deck, and you're just like, what? Well, obviously I'm gonna get 3 of them. Or is it 4? Can you have 4 in a playset in Yu-Gi-Oh? Anyways, you're just sitting there and it's just like, there's no way your parents bought you 4 Blue Eyes White Dragon booster sets just so you could have 4 of the... They did. Oh my gosh, they did. It's like, I asked my mom to buy me one and she bought me the Dark Magician one. It's like, nothing wrong with Dark Magician, but I wanted the Blue Eyes White Dragon one. I didn't even get that. And like, obviously there's 17 other kids in the classroom sitting there looking at you guys like, we didn't get any Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And like, perspective. It's all about perspective. Because again, I'm sitting there sad as all get out that I didn't even get what I wanted. And there's people looking at me that they didn't get anything. They'd have taken a freaking booster pack of cards, let alone a booster set, and I'm upset that I didn't get 4 booster sets. So, perspective. It's all about perspective. Tons of them. One of my favorite things about growing up is looking back at stuff like that. I had another friend who had awesome skateboards. Awesome. Element, like Spitfire, Toy Machine. What were some big brands back then? Oh god, that'd been scary if I hit that. Oh, what was that one brand that was really big and then got bought out and kind of fell off? World Industries. All of those brands. All of those brands. And I don't think I ever saw them at the skate park once. I would ride Walmart boards until they're like aluminum trucks busted. And then I think one year my school did this big thing where they were going to educate all the kids and take them to Washington, D.C. And it's like a $600 trip or something like that. And I just remember at one point we got like the call sheets of like what our groups would look like. And I remember I hadn't paid yet. And I saw the call sheet and I was on the troublemaker list. And I was going to have the assistant, the vice principal, or was it the assistant vice principal, as my chaperone, which was like, again, the troublemaker chaperone. And it was just like, there's no way. So I remember like explaining the situation to my mom that like, oh, it's gonna be $600 for us to all go to Washington, D.C. and learn about this and that. And it was just like, well, but I've been eyeballing this skateboard that's $120. And right there, she had it. It was over. Skateboard was in my hands. I believe my first board ever was an 8-inch Toy Machine. A monster of a board for a 4'5" kid. Probably why I had quads the size of a tree trunk on a body that looked like it was Smurfette's. I meant every bit of that. I've been thinking about starting Rogue Galaxy soon, but I don't know yet. I think I won't start Rogue Galaxy until I finish Dark Cloud 2. It's just like a personal thing. I'm so glad it didn't let me sprint there. I was going to try to sprint and jump, and I think that would have been enough to throw me over the edge, mentally and physically in the game. And in the real world. Mentally and physically over the edge. I'd have found a cliff nearby to jump if I'd thrown away a million heck. So if I hit 259 and I'm not done, I think I'm just gonna run back no matter what. I'm not sure. I might have to use that last 14 minutes. I should say 9 to 14 minutes. As I said, I could be done in 3:10, I think was the soonest. No, I really shouldn't go at 2:59. There's no way I'll be done. I do miss skateboarding. Just reminiscing. But I don't miss... Oh my gosh. Skateboarding is such a fun and casual thing to do. But like... the moment you get it in your head, like, oh, I'm gonna ollie off this curb, it can go so wrong so fast, and like, you're not doing anything too impressive. Just pop, kick, slide off a 3-inch curb, but like, your back foot's too far, and it lands on the pavement, front foot's still on the board, bam, you've hyperextended your crotch. You've done the splits. You think, oh, I'm gonna do a kickflip off this kicker. Nothing too extreme. All of a sudden, you've popsicled yourself and ruptured a testicle. I never did that, but I did popsicle myself off of a kicker ramp one time, and oh, it was horrible. The board slid from my knee all the way up. Thankfully, it missed all the goods because I was wearing my sweet Drake's Skinniest from Hot Topic. Or no. Drake's Skinniest. Was that PacSun? That might have been PacSun. Is that PacSun? No, yeah, I wore Rude Slouch Skinnies from Hot Topic, and I think I wore Drake's Skinniest from PacSun. I can't imagine how much those pants would cost nowadays because they were too expensive back then. Oh my gosh, I can remember having to buy those pants on sale because of how expensive they were back then. I can't imagine what inflation would do to those pants now. That's a sentence I will hopefully never say again. Alright, so we should be at like level or core power 80, I think, right now, if we went back and spent all this. 80 to 85. It's really just going to be this last 250,000 that's going to cause a little bit of an annoyance. What am I at timer-wise? We have been duplicating for the last hour and 28 minutes. Oh, I need more than 250,000. I misread that. I'm only at 127. This is again one of those moments where I wish this game had like a save feature. That's again probably the only thing I don't like about the Souls series is that they don't have saves. And I get it. You'd be able to save in front of the boss, you'd be able to save here, you'd be able to save there. But like that's not what I'm talking about. The autosave feature is a fine function. But what I wish is when I started a character up, I could differentiate between the two. Because
If I spent 100 hours on like Elden Ring, getting a character to level 300 before ever fighting Margit, it sucks that as soon as I kill Margit, that's over. I would like to be able to kill Margit, load the save again, kill Margit, load the save again, kill Margit, and just try with different weapons. But you only get one shot to enjoy that fresh, overpowered feel. Whereas in like a Final Fantasy game, you can get as overpowered as you want, beat the game, quit, and then load that save up. You can even save after getting overpowered in a different save slot. And I think that's really big. But again, it's not that I love Dark Souls. I love The Surge too. I love Elden Ring. I love Bloodborne. But that's just one part that I think they miss out on, especially with how good it feels to get overpowered in those games. However, I could see it ruining replayability in Dark Souls because I would probably just play the early game once. I would definitely have a save file with everything collected and no bosses beat. I would definitely do that in Dark Souls. As much as I love that game, if I never had to collect each individual soul of a lost undead again, I would make a brand new, what are they called? Deprived, and I would go through the entire game and collect every drop I could before fighting a single boss, and without leveling up, and save all the souls without dying, and that would just be my master save. And I would do it, and I would have no problem doing it, but I know I would never start a new character on this game again if I did that. Kind of like this. If I did this, I would make a save, and I would never do this all again. But again, I like this game, so here I am. It's not even that I like this game, it's that I like this game, and it has something that I like with it, too. Like, I like Final Fantasy X, but I don't play Final Fantasy X because the infinite grind you can do at the start of the game against Sin Scales isn't that good or fun in my opinion. This, however, breaks the game. This is such a good grind. Infinite points. Plus, almost max level upgrade materials. It's perfect. It's a near perfect farm. The only way this farm could actually be better was if the level 8 enemy dropped a weapon, there was a level 10 enemy, and you could get head upgrade pieces so that I could upgrade my healing component. But we took a head off that scientist and we didn't get head components. So I'm not sure if that was always a thing. I remember the first time I figured all this out, not being able to upgrade my med kit, so it's probably always been a thing. Might honestly just be that even numbers are the ones who drop them, because you can only upgrade it to 5. You can't upgrade your my med pack with circle there. I can't upgrade that to 10. It only goes up to 5. So very well could just be odd, and even numbers are separated. So I'd have to see if the level 8 guy was dropping them. Yeah, because level 10 would be dropping 5s. So if the level 8 guy drops a 4, we'll know. Okay, so yeah, I was never gonna get it at 259. However, I do look like I am on target for 215. 22 minutes from now puts me at 213, I think. Alright, so I don't usually like 3-hour episodes, but literally can't do anything about it on this one. The actual grind is taking 3 hours. That's fine. It's A-okay. We didn't make any big mistakes. We didn't lose any enemies that only spawn once. I didn't lose any tech upon a death. We just need to keep pace, keep going, and we'll be good. Oh, and I'd like to not talk through the entire level up process when I'm sitting there scrolling and getting the points added to my level. I talked through the entire thing last time and it kind of ruined it. I'd like to make a video leveling up from 0 to max all in one go. So I'll have to remember to not talk, which will be difficult. I was actually thinking about picking up Dynasty Warriors as well. I have Dynasty Warriors 5, which I love. And it'd be really cool to get a max level character in that game, but that's a grind. I think if anything, I might go back and redo my Dragon's Dogma playthrough. I'll probably try to finish Dark Cloud 2 and Monster Hunter. I think I have enough projects going on right now that I am fine. Especially if I decide to move on with Monster Hunter. If I decide to keep farming Rathalos, I'll definitely have to add a new game to the rotation to keep my mind entertained, because that's too much grinding in too many games. I need to always at least have one game that I'm playing for fun. Because again, Dragon Quest VIII takes my mornings and nights every single day. So I like to play that morning and night. And then I like to stream 2 or 3 times, which are usually grinding videos. And then I try to play Apex as like my just get in there and have fun kind of game. But sometimes when it's the weekend, I can't play Apex because, my god, the people who play Apex ranked on the weekends are just hateful human beings. Seriously, if you play Apex rank only on the weekends because it's all you have, I probably hate you. Stop. Play pubs. Please. All you're doing is dying in 30 seconds and getting muted. That's all you're doing. Anytime my teammate dies in the first 30 seconds of a game, muted. Just muted. I don't care how good you are. Anybody can die in the first 30 seconds of the game. It is not skill-based. Your kills at the start of the game in the first 30 seconds are not skill-based. All you did was land on a better weapon than the other person. That's all you did. And I'm not impressed by it. Because 90% of the time, you don't get your knock, and we don't get to save you, even if we're there fighting with you. So, stop. It's not gonna kill you to land in a separate building. Same POI, just a separate building. And with your team. I hate that. I hate that so much when you land in a POI with like 4 teams and the 3 other teams land in 3 different buildings and you and another teammate land in a building and then the third lands in a building with one of the other teams. And it's just like, why? I don't get it. I just don't. I know it's like narcissistic traits
thinking that it's just somebody else's fault that you didn't get your opportunity to do well there. But like, I genuinely don't understand how it is 90% of the player base that thinks they're the best at the game and they just didn't get. I don't even know, because it's not lucky. They don't think that they're not getting lucky. It's just genuinely hilarious to watch people cope in Apex. I don't have to cope. I know I'm gonna lose the vast majority of my fights because I'm, you know, running up a hill, I'm running around a corner, I'm trying to rotate from storm. Because if I'm not doing any of those things, I'm in a good position. I'm not going to die instantaneously because I've set myself up for success. However, I know as soon as that third party happens, my chances of just survival plummet. Knowing that there is just potentially a low-leveled enemy shooting rapidly at me while somebody with competent skill is pushing me is enough to just throw your complete chances out the window, whether you're good or not. So, don't put yourself in a bad situation because it can always get worse. Try to put yourself in a good situation so that when the bad situation occurs, because it most likely will, your team can help you. Because again, when you land on a building with 3 other people and your team's in another building, it just takes one of those people finding an alternator and you get nothing and you lose, let alone they all get a gun and you get nothing. Oh my god, the worst one is when the jump master jumps late and does that. So like you literally get nothing because there's nothing on the ground anymore. Oh. Horrible. Horrible. I would do no fill on ranked if I could. But like that would ruin everything for everybody else. Because then the game would have to find a duo to fill in that last spot, and then that duo most likely wanted somebody, but nope. I just try my best, and sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't, but honestly what happens most of the time is both teammates die in the first 15 seconds, and I just run like a coward, because now I have a team of 3 chasing me because they know I'm alone. And I get away a lot of the time. I play a lot of Catalyst, and what you do is you run into a building and you set up your traps and lock the doors, and then you run out the other side of the building and they're trying to find an angle on you, or they just, you know, 3 kick the door together, and then they kind of like breach and clear, and you're usually long gone by that point. Another good one is to use your wall. So like you'll set up a nice angled wall towards like a gap so that you can bridge the gap safely, and they'll wait for you to cross the gap and after, so they'll shoot in between the gap of the wall, and like you just run the other direction again. Because they get so focused on killing just you that if you run somewhere other than where they think you're gonna go, the brain usually just blocks out that information because they're so focused on where you'll be that if you go somewhere where you shouldn't be, they're not focused on it at all. However, I've learned that if you play Catalyst and you just sit in a corner somewhere, even if you don't put traps down, they will find you. I'm guessing that most Catalysts just throw some traps down and hide in a corner and wait for the inevitable, but I find that if I throw the traps down and run, I have the best success, which goes hand in hand with that. Because they're still looking at the traps for me. I do find out a lot of the time, sometimes I'll play like a Newcastle or something. I find that if I have 2 decent teammates and I can revive them fast enough and get them out of that initial fight, we usually get second. Because I always set myself up for success. Call me a camper, call me whatever, a rat, but high ground on a flat ledge where somebody has to, you know, bulk up or grapple up or octane up is my bread and butter. I love being so high up that just regular characters can't climb up to you, because while they're climbing up to you or whatever they're doing, you can just obliterate them. Especially if you have a good Pathfinder zip that's at like max distance. Oh. Because they hop on that zip and you're like hiding behind a tree and they get halfway up the zip and then you just crack all 3 of them with a good collateral from whatever gun you're using if it's got piercing rounds. And they either have to drop in the middle of nowhere because they're 150 meters into a zip line way up in the air, or they have to finish the zip and 2 of them get knocked with the 3rd one just dying. I do love that. The only thing I don't like about Pathfinder is a lot of the time in the final zones when you're doing that like camping push fight, I mean, everybody else feels more useful. Everybody else. But literally like the last minute up until that fight, that grapple is so helpful. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine? I can actually imagine that because I've done stupid shit like that. But oh my gosh, yeah, up until that last minute, taking that grapple out and then throwing yourself on whatever the highest building or structure is and just dominating high ground is the best. I've been actually playing Watson quite a bit. It might be next to impossible for them to program this, but I think friendlies still shouldn't be able to break doors with fences. I hate that. But it does make sense. Honestly, it should just electrify the door, and whoever touches it next gets shocked. So like if the door is actively touching the electricity, it'll shock you instead of be destroyed. And you take 10 damage, even if it's a friendly. We're almost there. Now, there is a chance we're done. There is a chance that I have enough tech scrap. However, I don't want to find out that I don't have enough tech scrap. Because, you know, I was like 10 runs short. Because 49,000 tech scrap is a lot. 10 runs isn't a lot. But that much tech scrap at this point in the game is a lot. So you kind of have to weigh it out. Do I want to do an extra 15 minutes of this to get the 150,000? Or do I want to go back and be 88 out of 90 again? The answer is I want to be 90 of 90. So we're going to do the extra, probably 11 minutes. I've got my 3 med packs. So even if I screw up and I get hit with corrosive damage on the way out of here, I should be able to heal myself all the way back to the med bay. We just have to cut through the shortcut, up the lift, through the door, across the pipes, and we'll be back to the med bay. We've been doing this for 1 hour and 47 minutes, 47 seconds. So I was off. My 4-hour prediction was off. There's too much variability. Ooh, that would have been bad. All of those situations would have been bad. Dying without it, transitioning areas without it. I was gonna say jumping without it, but that's the same as dying without it. Oh shoot, what is that? 7 more minutes, I think? Just 100,000 left to go, yeah. 7 more minutes. So, 310. Look at that, yeah. The math was there. I just didn't trust myself. This is, I guess, the home stretch. This is where it feels like it goes by so fast. I know we're counting up, but it's the countdown. Okay, so this feels good. We died twice, or 3 times, 2 or 3 times, outside of this place. It really doesn't matter how many times you die in this place. Once you're here, you've pretty much decided to do the glitch, in my opinion. So try to do as much stuff before you come to the underground section. But as we were talking about earlier, I think you could really just come straight here. You could genuinely, I think, just set that banner somewhere and come straight here. I'm more nervous about the run back than anything. I'm glad I have my 3 med packs. Oh, that scares me every time I roll back into that rock. Oh, it makes my stomach churn. Alright, I think that's it. Three hours, 7 minutes, and 10 seconds. What am I saying? I'm not even, no, of course I'm not there yet. That's bad math. Is that it? No, it's only 46,000. Why am I so bad at math? I'm nervous. I am nervous now. I want it to be over. I am freaked out. Scared. Scared of my own potential to completely screw this up.
my 310 because of that. That's fine. That's fine. Dang, if I could get those perfect straight jumps every time. Like that. That was huge. It'll be nice if I have any extra tech scrap from this, it'll go into like upgrades. Because they get expensive. And as you've seen, I'm prone to falling on that first ledge jump, so you don't always get to keep everything you farm from the scientist. Alright, now we're almost done. There's the 310. We could have had it. Ah! I got nervous. I got nervous at 45,000 for some reason. Or 45, 450. I thought I had 45,000 and I was going to 50,000. But it was 450. A little bit off. Just a bit higher. Oh, there it is. Does it say collect? There it is. We're gonna do it. And pick that up. I'm gonna do that. Did that give it to me? I took a screenshot. Is that 1.5? I think it is. There we go. All right, now we just got to make it back safely. Oh, and we just got a free charge, and it's a revenge of me. Oh. So close. So yeah, let's just take another screenshot. Why not? I think I'm fine. There we go. I'm gonna bank it.
I believe that's it. I think I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. We are done. I want that. That. I want that. Ooh, that could be fun. Organic humanoids. They're nanite down there. Take that for now. Might as well take that, I guess. Attack. Got a bunch of stuff I really don't necessarily need, but might as well. Construct. Oh, did I not unlock the chess piece? That's lame. I do want to spend some points. I do. But that is what maximum battery efficiency looks like. You know what? I'm just gonna take that all the way down. I want to see what this looks like. It is just crawling. They really don't want you to have above 300, do they? There we go.